We are committed to being an innovative organization, but our prevention services are supported entirely by philanthropy, by fundraising. So why Hope Talks? We're grateful that you've committed to being a partner in Hope, or you're interested in learning how this can be important to protect vulnerable children and families. We know that prevention saves dollars in the long run. We can pay for it now, or we can pay for it later. You've all heard the story. We created Hope Talks to provide an intimate space for our most valued supporters to learn more about what we do and why we do it, and to provide an opportunity for those of you who'd like to learn more, how you can help to connect with our mission, how you can help connect with our vision.
Equity is defined as the quality of being fair and impartial. So Derek, we have to kick it off for you.
Yes.
What does equity mean in terms of social policy?
It's a very good question, and there's parts to it, and if you don't mind for me to just take a moment to kind of frame it a little bit, I'd like to add a little bit to the definition of equity by saying that usually it's connected to the natural law of all right towards justice. What are the needs? Well, I'm sure many of you maybe have seen the equity picture with folks who are at the baseball game. You know, I really want to point to the third picture though, because that's really what the reality of the world is, right? The haves got it, and the ones who don't, right? But when you're thinking about equity, it's not necessarily looking at the needs-based assessment to level it out so that everybody can see over the fence. But when you actually create the systems that are necessary in order to make sure that people have what they need, then is the fence even necessary in the first place?
So then let's bring this to Christine. Christine, can you help us understand why nonprofits must be concerned about equity in terms of who we're serving?
Yes. We've got to think differently about how our nonprofits run, right? It's not just about providing the services, it's really about listening to the people we're serving.
But one of the things that I think you talked about, Chris, is really the voice and choice. And that is so crucial to the work that we do at Children's Bureau, because we really, it's not just only listening, but really giving that choice and really being a partner. And the way we think of equity at Children's Bureau is really looking at how can we partner with the community, how can we partner with the family? Are we not only listening to them, but are we really taking into consideration what they want, not what we think they want? And that really brings it home for us at Children's Bureau with what we do with our trauma-informed care and also our diversity and equity and inclusion movement, because it really it's not just about talking about equity, but our staff have to really have it embedded in their DNA, because they're part of an organization that embeds it in the DNA, and that really trickles to the high impact that we want to really create in our communities.
Thank you.